Hello and welcome in the channel of originalcasiokenya.com. Today we are going to review one of my favorite G-SHOCK, the GA-700. It is a beautiful G-SHOCK. The exact name is GA-700-1ADR. Let's unbox it. Inside you find a manual, very huge, in 1000 different languages. The international warranty card from Casio. And finally, inside you find a thin box, hexagonal, typical of G-SHOCK. Inside there is the watch. It is GA-700-1ADR. And here it is, the watch. Incredible, big, huge, deep watch. Sometimes someone could think here you can put the water and the fish they can swim inside. It's so big, it's so huge. It is shock resistant, of course. It's 200 meters water resistant. Let's zoom a little bit so that I can show you better even the writings. It is 200 meter water resistant, super illuminator with a beautiful light, white, that illuminates not only the digital part but even the analog part, because we are speaking about a watch that is a digi-analog. It has world time with 31 different time zones, 4 daily alarm with 1 snooze alarm, hourly time signal, a stopwatch with 100 seconds, 100 second, and then like all the stopwatches having all the different measuring modes, elapsed time, split time, first and second place. Then is having the countdown timer up to 60 minutes, and other feature we are going to see now that we are seeing all the modes. Is having 12 for 24 hours, an accuracy of more or less 15 seconds per month, a battery CR 2016, and with a battery life of about 5 years. I've already shown you the light that is so beautiful here. Let me show you even a 360 of this watch. This watch that has a beautiful band, like all the G-SHOCK, very soft and very strong. It's large again. Let's zoom out a little bit. Behind you can see all the writing: water resistant, shock resist, 200 meter, and all the structure that is written shock absorbing structure. This structure is the one that you can see, the red one that is seen even from outside, from here. This is the internal structure that protects the watch, and it has left a little bit to be seen because it's nice, and then you can see that inside there is a second structure that protects the watch from the shocks. So we were saying all the features. There is the light. Here we are having a first indicator that tells us in which mode we are. Here they are going, there is an indicator with the seconds. They fill up for every minute, like for example now it's 14. Let's see the seconds. Here 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. This one follows the seconds. So when you have here the date with the day of the date, the day of the week, here you have always the second in this other format. Here is indicator of the mode. Here you can have the date, month, the day of the month and the day of the week, or or you can have the time with the seconds. With this button here you can change from the date to the time. This other button here, instead you can start directly the stopwatch. The way before I did, you just push it, it automatically starts the watch. This is when the stopwatch. When you need to take a time very fast without entering in the stopwatch, you can start directly from here. You can split, stop, and reset. So let's see the different mode. So the first mode is the timer. Here in this moment is set up with 10 minutes. I can start. And you can see the time going down. Here you can see the indicator that says 10 minutes there. Every minute will go down of 1. And at the end of the timer, it will beep. Stop, reset. Second indicator is the world time with different time zones, 31 and 48 cities. You can go east or coming back. In the world time function, when you choose a different time zones, for example, now we are in the time zone of Kenya, that is like the one of Moscow, but let's say I'm traveling and I want to go to Hong Kong here. There is a very handy feature to swap the time of the world time with my home time, so that I immediately, the watch will go to the new time where I'm traveling. If I hold this button here, you see it says swap hold, immediately I go to the time of the time zone that was displayed in that moment. So from the time of Kenya, that is the same of Moscow, I go to the time of Singapore. So when I've traveled, immediately the watch will go to that time. And everything will remain now the same. Of course, now when I go in the time zone, I want to go back to Kenya, to the time zone of Moscow. I hold it, and the watch will immediately go to the time of my home. Third mode is the alarm. In this case, first alarm, fourth alarm, snooze alarm. You can see in this moment the hands, they are on top of the digital display. It's possible always to move the hands out of the display so you can see what you are doing. This is possible to do pushing the light and the mode. In whichever mode you are, the hands will be moved out of the view. So now we were speaking about the alarm. This is the second alarm. Third alarm is off. Fourth alarm is off. Snooze alarm, signal is off. In this moment they are all off because the watch was new from the box. Next one is the stopwatch. You can see now, because I've entered the stopwatch, the hands, they are going back to the time. So start, you have seen already before, split, stop and reset. Let's say that I'm taking the time and I need to read again, the hand are on top of the digital. I can still move it out of the view. So this is the stopwatch, I can stop it and I go back to the time. This button here, unlike the button of the G9000 that are very difficult to be pushed, these buttons are very soft and very nice to be operated. Don't need to struggle. You don't need a lot of strength. But because the G9000 is mud resistant, that's why it's having that particular. The buttons are sealed. In this case, this one is 200 meter resistant. It's not mud resistant, but it's more comfortable. So let's see how we change, for example, the time. To set up the time, you push this button, you hold, and now you can set the time that you need to. This is first you set which is your time zone. The time zone of Kenya is equal to the time zone of Moscow, so that's why I have chosen Moscow there. So first you choose your time zone, then you choose if you have the day save light on or off. In Kenya is always off. If you want to show the time in 12 or 24 hours, you can now start to set the time starting from the second. If I push the second, they will go to 0. Here you change the time, the hour. Here you change the minutes, the year, the month, the day. This one you can put it on or off. The fact that the watch, every time you push a button, makes a beep, a sound. So in this moment it's on. Or you can put it as a mute. That means it doesn't make any sound. This is to choose if the light should last 3 seconds or 1.5 seconds as an afterglow. Because when I push the light with this button that is for the light, even if I remove the finger, the light still remain on for 3 seconds or 1.5 seconds, according to what I put here the settings. And I go back to the main screen. When I have decided the time, the hands automatically go to the right time that has been set up. That in this moment is 11:41. These are basically the main function of this watch. Very tough and very huge. Let me show you how it looks on my wrist. This is I've removed my F91W. Of course, very huge difference. This is one of the smallest watch of the Casio, and this is one of the biggest. But let's see, even respect to one of the big watch, the one that normally looks so big, the DW291, again, next to this one, now it looks small. This one is a very huge watch. Here it is. My wrist. So, we have reached the end of this video. I hope that you like. If you have liked, please subscribe and push the bell. Select the bell so that you will be told when a new video will be published. and see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.